What do you get when you mix two white boys, both named Mike? A thing for Justin Timberlake and a piercing above your eye. Was he high? Their stories alone could make you cry. That's when you want to make your Irish goodbye.
This is going to be a bananas episode. I am so excited. I had a plan. I had 3 separate plans of what to say up top, and immediately Men in Black'd myself. Just awesome. Instant forgetfulness. But I do. This is what I was kind of going to say. So, it's funny because I was thinking
I'm going to start talking until I remember my original point. So anyway.
That is exactly my method. I have never not done that. So what I was saying, thanks for the zoom in, Al. That was very sexual. She didn't do anything. I was saying that people come here to do the podcast, right? Like you got out of your home, you came all the way from Astoria to the Lower East Side, and you're expecting a certain level of professionalism. We got a studio here, we have people manning the cameras, the microphones, everything, and then you show up and we are hallucinating high, and it's like, just welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you. I was not expecting any level of professionalism at all. I walked in like, I'm amazed by this place. I can't believe it.
Well, I do like, this is unreal, but then you got the crooked TV just to really give it a sense of what Lewis's home life was.
Yeah, that's Lewis's one touch, is that TV being crooked.
Yeah. And there's also a hole
and the
in one of the
heroin
walls.
balloon I found on the floor.
Oh my God.
Weird, I know. The SDR was recording in here. That could have been anywhere.
Speaking of which, welcome everybody to another episode of Irish Goodbye Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Mike Feeney, being joined, as always, on the Storytelling Podcast by, I missed it,
out
but I
of
worked
order,
it
but
back
you
in.
almost did. Mike Cannon. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun app. We were hanging last night with our guest, and you should introduce him.
Yes. Why didn't you just continue to introduce
Because
him?
I'm the point guard.
Okay, well, appreciate it. I was doing that before you point guarded into it. Our guest,
I also steal from my teammates.
Yeah. Our guest today, super funny comic, Mr. Robby Slowik, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
All right.
Thanks for the
clap
applause,
didn't
Mike.
catch on.
Yeah. I'm the only... I think that's the only time I've ever done that.
And it was just you.
Yeah. Well, welcome. Thanks for coming. Oh, look at that. You got a little thing. Oh, it's on the wrong side.
Yeah, whatever. This is going to be off the rails and real in a hurry. I want to say, Feeney, beforehand, he's all out of whack. He took only 2 hits off the whatever, and he's totally fine in that regard.
Yeah.
But I come out, and he's angrily filling his water, and I'm like, what's up, dude? And he's like, I wanted to poop before the show. And now I'm too high to poop.
Wait, you can't?
I switched in midway. I was like, this whole story would have gone perfect with an impression. And then I'm like, oh, I do an impression.
Wait, you can't shit while you're high?
Oh no! You know when if you go to poop and then you realize you're playing on your phone, you don't know what's going on.
And also the
time's fast.
sensation, it brings too many questions towards your sexuality, so you're freaking out.
Is that what happens to you?
No, I was projecting onto you.
Yeah, clearly. But no, it was just one of those things where I was like, I think I gotta go to the bathroom, and then you get, you smoke, and then you're like, I don't know if I've ever had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, it also settles your stomach, so there's no.
Maybe that's what happens.
I think so. I had the exact opposite experience of that, and I know Mike doesn't want me to share this story, which is exactly what I
want
am.
to hear it.
So I was taking Muay Thai yesterday, and in the middle of practice, I'm heaving. I'm having a tough time because I went to the gym, I played soccer, and then this. I don't know what I'm doing 3 a days, but anytime I don't drink, I have to focus on something.
Sure.
So I did this, and I'm going, I'm like, oh, this is so tough. And I throw a kick, and I'm like, did I just shit my pants? Immediately was I felt kind of that, the alarm fart.
Sure.
Where there's a little ping of pain at the end of it. You know what I mean? And I looked down at my leg because I'm like, that wasn't, it wasn't hard. If it is anything, it's going to be a spray can down my leg. And I looked down, and I'm like, all set, totally good. And I continue with the class. There's 15 more minutes, finish up. Go in the shower, and I for certain shit my pants.
Oh my God.
Wait, were you wearing shorts when you were doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the thing I used to train in that type of stuff, and when you if it trickles down, you're kicking, and you're sending it flying. It's going everywhere.
I was kind of worried about that, and that's why I was like, well, that could have just been a weird fart with sweat because I was pouring sweat, but everything else, it just everything proved me wrong.
Truly, truly awful.
I know. Feeney, I tell Feeney that yesterday, and like a good friend, he's like, might want to keep that one to yourself.
No, I said you can. Is that your impression of me? Wait, I want to hear that. I want to hear that. Do that.
like that one.
Do that again.
That one's just for you. I'm Mike Feeney. I'm going to Instagram this conversation.
Perfect.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know.
You have the energy of Eeyore right now. What is your problem?
Well, I was going to bring up the fact that I didn't. What I said to you when I wrote back is I just said, what exactly did
you
I say?
literally wrote, might want to keep that to yourself.
I was like, no, you can file that under. I was like, you can file that under like things you can keep to your. Because you were like, wow, isn't this crazy? Like you were going to tweet it out.
I mean, I might have, but also, who gives a fuck? At what point are we? Who's keeping secrets on this show?
Yeah, let's just
I
let
hate
it
the
out,
fact that you're trying to fucking kind of wield down your PR for yourself. Fuck you. I'm shits and all. If I'm gonna brag about working out, I'm gonna tell I just shit my pants.
Well, that's
story.
fair
It's all
enough.
coming
Yeah,
out.
that's fair.
Secrets out of your mouth, shit out of your ass in a Muay Thai class. Get
that's-
it all out.
Oh my god, that was like the
Shit
best
out of your ass in a
rap
Muay Thai
verse
class.
of the year. Right?
Yeah.
That was incredible. Holy shit. Oh my god. Have you? I had this happen that I also wanted to bring to attention to the court. I was high on the train, as I'm one to do, and I saw this fucking busker, but a singer, was really treating it like it was MSG, like walking the full length so he could inconvenience everybody, right? And he's singing, and he's bad. He was like a bad singer. I realized in the moment, I was like, I've never heard a just front to back bad singer while busking. Do you know what I mean? Like all the musicians have been pretty good. All the singers have been good to great. And I've never heard somebody out of key, and all the people on the train were like agreeing. Everybody was in this astonished frustration where they were like, this guy he's singing louder than everybody's earphones. It's infuriating. And everybody looked surprised that he was terrible.
Isn't that nice to share a moment though? Because we've all seen 1,000 decent to good busking singers.
Yeah.
You all ignore them. You just keep looking at your phone.
Yeah.
When some guy is so terrible that everyone in the train is like, "Are you guys fucking seeing this?" That's a moment.
That's a moment.
real
I made
moment.
eye contact with a stranger. It was fucking weird, dude. I was like, oh, what is that feeling? Human acknowledgement?
Connection? Yeah.
Shit being bad brings people together more than shit being good.
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Yeah, if things are good, everyone's just
Everyone's
too
like,
happy.
fine, whatever,
yeah,
take it
this
for granted.
Yeah, it's got to be the bad. I feel like the best group of people were probably those 1970s New Yorkers where everyone was just getting stabbed and
They're all like, isn't this wild?
Yeah, you walk on the subway and you're like, you don't happen to know a doctor, do you? And everyone's like, I don't, but it's so funny you mentioned
I am
that.
a doctor, but we don't have the technology to fix it. This is the 70s.
Yeah,
Busking in the 70s was just stabbing.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
just stabbing for loose change. Yeah.
See, that's when New York was New York. That's what
real.
everybody's fighting for again, right? They're like, this goddamn city, sanitized. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty happy not getting robbed.
Happy not being raped.
Yeah, it's like a pretty bad. You see
And
those,
you would definitely be getting raped.
Undoubtedly. Look at this shirt, for Christ's sake.
You wouldn't wear it if
It
you
is
didn't want it.
it definitely is a I won't resist type of shirt because it's got little raindrops on it, like tears.
And a Hillary pin.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that's my cuck side.
You can't
coming
see
out,
under
I
the
suppose.
table. This is a matching pantsuit.
Yeah.
Oh, delightful. So I went to a wedding. I haven't been drinking and I've been also talking about that ad nauseum on the show because when I do something, I like credit for it. And so this weekend, it was kind of like the big weekend to break it though, because I had a wedding on Friday with a group of friends that they're not central best friends. They're maybe on the outer crust. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But every time we
Tertiary friends.
but every time we get together, it's like a problem.
Yeah. You couldn't be close friends for that reason.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We'd all have a huge debilitating problem and be able to accomplish nothing.
Yeah.
So I know that going in, and in my feeble Irish brain, I'm like, I could get through this. I'm not going to drink. And I'm going back and forth every day, every night, just like, I'm not going to drink at that wedding. I am going to drink at that wedding. I'm not constantly back and forth. One might call that a problem. But I go to the wedding and not only I started drinking before I walked in the door. And it was fantastic. I did acid at the wedding for my first time because when I hit the ground, I am full sprint ahead.
Yeah.
I did cocaine at the wedding.
God.
I mean, I piled in this. It was crazy. So
Were everyone just handing this stuff out at the wedding?
yeah, that's what kind of group this is.
buffet table.
It's fantastic. I mean, the bride, who's my accountant, was sitting there smoking weed. She was just smoking weed openly in the middle of the dance floor, having the best time. So it's like, and it's kind of a pretty traditional Jewish family, I would say. Like, it was full Jewish.
What do you think traditional Jewish means?
Oh, not her. Not her.
Gotcha.
The
like,
extended
it's not a lot of
family.
weed on the dance floor and handing out cocaine and
That's
LSD.
not what you guys were looking for in the desert?
Yeah.
You just see them holding up the people on the chair, the people on acid are like, snakes! You know?
They just had to walk 2 miles in a straight line, but everyone was tripping balls for 40 years.
Dude.
One sober person. I can see the exit. It's
the
right
only
there.
reason you had to keep the flame going.
Yeah.
So I take it's like not a great deal of acid. So it's supposed to be like very low visuals if I experience any at all. I'm not sure if I did but we'll get to it. But it's like euphoria. Like it's small enough
Molly.
where you're like, yeah, just kind of you got a little hop to your step. So I go out promptly after taking the acid and like having 7 or 8 drinks, my fucking zone. Nicole and I hit the dance floor and are crushing it so hard that a group of older people started watching us. And
It'd be fun if they were watching. They were just slowly.
they were all just sponge bathing themselves. Well, that is a Jewish wedding.
Yeah.
So they're watching us, and I mean, they might not have been real, but the woman walked up to me and Nicole after we were done, and she goes, "I want you to know, it's a pleasure to watch you two dance. You two just clearly, truly enjoy each other. Please live the rest of your lives happy." And then just kind of faded Field of Dream style into the rest of the Jews. And I was like, this is the most incredible experience of my life. I'm on acid, I'm dancing, and this lady's giving me credit.
She sounds just like Morgan Freeman.
She did not have a female voice. Now that I think
Nicole
of it.
immediately is just like, I want a divorce. I don't trust whatever that was.
I felt like fucking, Vince Vaughn in Wedding Crashers, though. Just powerful. And so the night continues. Of course, when you're feeling good, push the limit, try to feel good until you feel bad. And so I'm doing cocaine in the bathroom of this, pretty traditional wedding with other people. It's not just me.
The amount of times you're saying traditional makes it seem like something much more serious is going to happen, or at least like that you were a real degenerate compared to, because you seem
I mean, there was a cluster
right
of wild degenerates that if the other part of the wedding knew what was happening.
Did they not know?
No, I mean, they might have when I came crawling out onto the dance floor on all fours, being like, "You want to see enjoyable?"
Yeah. When 9 200-pound men leave the small bathroom at once, just going like, tradition.
I went there with Nicole and her friends.
Traditional.
Why do you keep saying that? That's an alt-right cry.
Yeah. Get on this train.
So I'm, just jacked out of my mind. We have a great time at the wedding. It disperses. We go to a bar down the street. I don't remember the name of the bar or being there or what I drank or anything like that. I leave, more cocaine, obviously, because the later it gets, the more you do.
Sure.
And apparently, I found this out the next morning, but I went into the bathroom with this vial, came out, and the vial was like 3/4 full. Came out, and the kid who I was doing it with goes, "Hey, where is it?" And I was like, "Where's what?" Blank face, like 8 hours of acid, 8 hours of cocaine, 8 hours of drinking, non-fixed eyes. Where's what? And he's like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me." And then Nicole and I just took an Uber, and when we got home, I go, "I have coke," and I just pulled it out of my pocket as if I came back into consciousness. Put out 2 lines for me and Nicole before bed. She's like, "I'm not doing that." "What are you talking about?" And then just blew the coke off the table in my face, and she's like, "And you're not doing that." And I'm like, all the euphoria of the acid fucking gone.
Over.
And then I woke up the next morning.
A hero.
I woke up the next morning and Nicole's like, I can't believe you were going to do coke before bed. And I was like, I was going to do what before what?
Yeah.
I don't remember any of that. And then, of course, I left my fucking card at the bar like an absolute amateur asshole. And I go back to the bar thinking, I'm like, I spent a grand total of $200. Like, easily went to the bar and just fucking went crazy. I know what I'm like when I'm in that state. This is gonna be real shitty. I go there and I'm like, hey, do you have my ID? And he's like, yeah. And he like kind of gave me a look like, and I'm like, fuck, dude. And he comes back and he hands it to me and he goes, that's with tip. And it was $12. I was like, oh shit, that's the best. It looked like he was disappointed that they couldn't take advantage of me.
Right, yeah,
it's the best.
There is probably no more degenerate moment in the world than trying to bump lines at 6 a.m. and realizing you don't have the card to cut it because it's at the bar.
That's why I knew it was a problem, because my Metro card was cutting it. And I was like, this does not have the dexterity to really crush a line well.
I love that you also
It's too
just stole
flimsy.
from your friend. So you just gave them the impression that
I don't know.
How did you give it back? She blew it off the table.
No, that was only two little babies. There's still a fucking 65% of this goddamn thing in my home. No,
It'd be
it's
funny
not.
if she just blew it.
What? No, it's not.
What's wrong with you?
It was. I gave it back.
Great if she tried to just go, and you're not doing it either, and went to blow it off the table, and you just opened your asshole right in front of her.
Boof this bitch.
Yeah. That'd have been terrific. Yeah, so that was a fun. Are you back to not drinking, or are you still?
Yeah, I mean, I drank Saturday, and I'll talk about that after because that's the McGregor fight. But of course, I just did 3 days in a row, and now I'm like, okay, like I don't feel like it anymore. Of course, I got hit with a post-drinking depression, and I'm like, this happens every time. What am I doing? So who knows what's gonna happen?
Right.
What are you doing?
There's producer stuff going on in the background.
What is she doing?
The timer is crazy. I was like, it's done. Like,
Oh my god! How long was my story?
that's why I just said it. That's why it was always gonna get moved on accordingly. But I like.
But Alex is back there,
she does.
fucking flagging you down at an airport.
This is the moment Canna finds out he's still at the wedding.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Did you ever do acid?
No, I've never even done mushrooms, and I really want. I finally feel like I always just felt like through my whole like 20s, I was too manic kind of to like do hallucinogens at all, and now I feel like comfortable. Things are good. I'd like to get out and do mushrooms.
Fuck
I think we got ourselves some bonus content. Hiccups.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do. Trip mushrooms with a GoPro attached to your head like it's Blair Witch.
I want it to be like the hook right in front of your face as you move around.
That would actually be wild.
Yeah.
I am into it.
That would be really fun, right?
I don't know. I don't know. It would be interesting. I don't know if it would be fun.
We should try it.
All right. See you next time, folks.
See ya.
Good God. Well, I got something I can talk about here. This is one of those. This is a great moment. I was driving to Connecticut or whatever, and there was going down to one lane. It had to like merge because it was the middle of the day and fuck everybody.
Yeah, why not?
So you know how it always works out this way, doesn't it? Where it's going down to one lane, it's bottlenecking, and then some asshole decides I'm just gonna ride the shoulder the whole time and then just cut in at the very end.
It's that guy. It's why society doesn't work. Like that person, that's such
every other
a
car's going
microcosm of everything. It's like if we work together, this would all be okay. Everybody would get there 30% sooner. But some fucking douchebag, self-important, entitled cunt is like, my time is more important, and that's why I hit people when they do that. I said that. I've hit somebody.
Well, this is why
I'm doing it.
This is like, so honestly, and when they go over too, when they start doing that whole thing, you see other cars start to do it. And I also hate the cars that when you do, if you're not on the shoulder, you're in the going one by one. There's the one person who just decides they're going to go twice. You know what I mean? When it goes, you go, then I go, then you go, and this person goes, they just went, and now I'll go too and you go, dude, it's right here. It's simple. It's code. It's just ethics. It's fucking being a normal person. But so anyway, we're bottlenecking. This car is driving down the shoulder, and he's trying to cut in, and I'm saying in the best act of humanity I've ever seen. Nobody is letting him in. Like every single car,
Yeah.
we're all driving
on each
bumper
other's
to fender,
bumpers.
being like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, the whole way. And like I felt like playing like America the Beautiful, like over the line. It was just such a moment. And so
Instead, you yell out, "Ooh, you go get a ticket for that!" That's a callback to another.
I figured.
Sopranos a
I figured
podcast.
as much.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not a standalone joke. That joke does not hold up on its own.
Mike just has catchphrases now that he works in, and that's my mama. You know, like,
And with 32 different types of spices.
keep bringing. See, Mike's voice just slowly turns into the Popeye's chicken lady, unfortunately. So we are in this. No one's letting this guy in, and now I see something I've never seen before, which is the man puts his window down and he's yelling at the cars, at the other cars for not letting him in, and I'm here going, the balls of this
You
guy.
just turn down your music, turn down your window, and you're like, "This is enough for me."
Yeah,
This is all I need.
So I hear him yelling, and and I go, the balls on him to fucking think that he can be mad at us for you cut everybody, you know? And so now I put down my window because I'm like, I want him. Let me say something to me. Buddy, I gotta say. Now let me tell you a thing or two. Yeah.
I don't know what this point is. So
Pee Wee Herman, clearly.
it's all of it.
So as we get up closer, I finally hear what the guy is saying, and he just goes, "Hey, let me in! I gotta take a shit!" And I immediately let him in.
my God.
Immediately,
If you want to tug on my heartstrings, that is the move.
Dude, I went, dude, I understand. I don't wish that hell on my worst enemy.
I get it. I'm sorry. Please. Yeah.
I have been in that situation when you're on the highway in bumper-to-bumper traffic and you go, I got 4 minutes till I gotta be on a bowl, and it's crazy that a fucking car seat is shaped like a toilet seat in this moment because it is criminal.
That does. I mean, is that the next thing for cars? Some sort of like airplane toilet seat in the actual seat?
Just in the driver's seat.
Yeah, and you could just the waste goes somewhere like a post office. It just shoots a capsule into the air.
Yeah.
Somebody catches it and then runs it into a sanitation department.
That's Odell Beckham's new job. So now I was saying what they should do instead of just like if we just got like, you know how like the undercover cops have that red little siren they can put on top? If we had a brown one, we just put on a little shit siren and we put it on top of there and fucking fly through. Then I would move out of the way for those.
Yeah, well, you proved you would.
I did.
Yeah.
And I'll do it again.
Now I'll tell you this. The fact that there's 21 minutes fucked my life up even worse.
Oh, now it's
I gotta
yours.
tell you, it's down a half hour. What is this? What have we
We were
not been
almost
talking?
done. What's happened?
I'm out.
Robbie, how's your life?
Water.
My life is good, guys. Have you ever gotten into like along with the car thing in New York? I've almost gotten into a fist fight walking because I was walking, maybe distracted looking at my phone, and someone else was walking, maybe distracted looking at their phone, and you bump into each other, and that person yells at you, and then I get real semantic, like, you made the same fucking mistake I made. You did the same thing.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
couldn't, if you had been paying attention, you could have won. We're both jackasses.
You're goddamn
Like,
right.
You can't put this on me.
Yeah. That's
I
such a-
also love how reasonable you are in those
but that's
experiences.
what's so funny about Robbie. He always he's nothing if not pragmatic. You know what I mean? Just-
That same situation with me instead of you is me mad.
yeah. Robbie comes at it like a lawyer. Like,
literally
listen,
got in that
50%
argument.
fault falls onto you as by New York
this
State
is
law.
literally a yelling conversation I had with a man at 2 a.m. On
Where
34th
most good
Street.
conversations happen.
Yeah.
You made the same mistake I made.
Especially that late, there should be nobody on the sidewalk.
Yeah, that's why it was so bizarre.
Dude, there's a lot of foot traffic laws that are kind of like unspoken, just sort of
Yeah.
social things. The stop at the top of the subway. I mean, I know I had a bit about the
penalty. Yeah.
kid or whatever in my first album, but like the stop at the top and like text and finish your thought. It's like, what fucking planet are you on? What planet
Their
are you
own.
on where you think that is acceptable? Like nobody else exists.
Just creating this insane bottleneck so you can respond to a
Not to
text.
mention the interpersonal conflict of people then that have to go around your fat fucking hips,
Yeah.
swivel into oncoming traffic, into people that are also trying to get up a flight of steps and out into the world. And it's like, so now I gotta fight this motherfucker because you are such a cunt?
This is why people think New Yorkers are rude. Which
And that's
they're
male or
Which they're
female.
really
Cunt
not.
is both.
Like because walking is our traffic. It's our
Yes.
highway. If someone just stopped on the middle of the highway, just came to a complete stop and pulled out their phone and started texting.
So many people would be dead.
Yeah. And people would kill that person for doing that.
Right.
But people just do it in the street here, like just come to a complete stop at a metro
Yes.
entrance.
Do you know what the punishment should be? Is that every time you're walking behind somebody and they stop short like that, you should be able to just stone cold stun them in just on the street.
I
You're
love
like,
it.
did you learn?
Yeah,
That's it.
did
Like
you learn?
one or two stun. I bet it would take like two because the first one would be like, what just happened? How the fuck? That's so unreasonable. And then the next one, you're like, I guess this is an established rule.
I guess. I don't know if the New York City concrete has the give you would want as the person performing
you'd
the
break-
stunner.
you'd break your
did
tailbone.
Neither did the fucking marble floor at South Orangetown Middle School, but my friend Rob sure did it anyway.
When I Stone Cold stunned Sagalo at New York Comedy Club, I off that chair when we were at their grand opening, it was one of the best satisfactions of my life because very rarely when you Stone Cold stun someone do you fully sit down on the ground from a standing position.
Yeah.
And this
you
was
can really hurt them.
And this was the perfect. This was on yourself more.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the only reason I've never done it. I mean, the well-being of others, I wouldn't be stunning them, right? When with Sagalo though, I got to stand up and there was a chair, right below me. So when I got to go into the full, assuming I'm going to hit the ground, but then they get a nice cushy leather impact to brace the fall, and then he
His
just
stomach?
He just flew back. And also, he was like kind of
His own
scared.
personal
afterwards.
airbag.
Yeah, like he wasn't happy after that. He was like, "What was that? What was that?" Like he was
course
trying
he
to
wasn't.
smile
He
through
got
it.
stunned.
What has happened?
It's a phone.
Oh, okay. Somebody's fucking. So, stunners.
That Stone Cold stunned this fucking momentum. That's what
Sure did. Wow, and then chug beers in our face. What the fuck? I had something to say too.
I know.
But no, I don't. But yeah, that should be the applicable punishment, right? Applicable, appropriate.
I think any good wrestling finishing move is acceptable.
Yeah, rock bottoms also,
Yeah.
or tombstone.
Throw a razor's edge at him.
Stone. How many dead bodies are littered over Times Square? Times Square is this
Snap
amazing
necks.
LED screen, and then you look down, and it's fucking Dachau. There's just bodies on bodies, and you're like, wow, I guess a lot of people
imagine?
stopped to take a
Everybody's
pic.
necks look just like a cornfield that had a UFO fucking thing. They're all just snapped laying on top.
Oh my God, what is that called?
Crop circle.
Human crop circle.
Crop circle.
Crop circle of snapped necks.
And of course, it's a conspiracy because it was an autistic kid that did it. That's why all the measurements are perfect. That's the big argument for crop circles. I spent like fucking 30 hours talking about them.
Just autism?
That's what I thought is the actual culprit.
Right.
But all of the math, all of the things are cut at the exact perfect level and like apparently silently done because nobody heard it. And it's like, and overnight in this like elaborate shape and thing. And it's like, who knows? Just a team of fucking...
Could that even be real? I mean, that just seems so... It just seems like a really cool thing to do. If you're like an artist and you can do that kind
There's
of...
definitely that. There's man-made crop circles intentionally. Like, artists have gone and done that. The other stuff where people are like, what? Like, how did this come up overnight? I have no idea. I think it's cool. It would be a cool way for aliens to communicate.
When was the last time it happened? When was the last time there was like a crop circle thing?
That's a great question.
Look it up. We got a producer.
Yeah. Because I think because I think it was just there's nothing else to do in Iowa.
Right.
So at 1 a.m. And now
also-
people have the internet. Like, I haven't been crop circles since 98.
Yeah. and
Once
this-
porn became easily accessible.
Yeah.
Holy
people are
shit.
like-
yeah, now they
Yeah.
just do it in pubes.
I just don't even understand, too. Like, if you're on a big, huge farm, right? It's like you're not even going to... You can't notice it unless you either walk
But
through
you
enough...
crop dust.
What?
You crop dust. You fly
Yeah.
over.
But that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't notice unless you're flying over it. So these
Which
people
you
that
do.
go
They do.
every single... But you don't fly over your crops every single day.
Every week.
Every week. But that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So this whole thing of every single case is like, and it's overnight. It's like you live on a
Maybe
50-acre
well,
fucking...
But now, perhaps with the invention of drones, speaking as a farmer, I assume they do some sort of security or overlooking of their
I
crops
would
just
love
to make
to
sure.
see farmer fucking Hodgett with a goddamn...
That's so fucking futuristic and crazy. Just
Alex,
you drive
could-
by farms and
Yeah.
it's just drones over them.
And
That
then
is
one,
weird.
but still one overall
District
on for
9.
some
Yeah.
reason.
Alex, can you look up if farmers use drones?
Or no, when the last crop circle was.
Well, I have that there have been a bunch of crop circles in 2018. There was one on August 10th.
Wow.
Can you pull one up?
Yesterday.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, this is what this
It's
podcast
just a
is meant
dick
to
and
be.
balls.
Yeah. It's just an Instagram handle written at.
Yeah, well, I was just gonna say that. How hasn't somebody thought?
Oh, yeah, for
to
sure.
do that as a promotional stunt? That would be fantastic. I guess you can't really pay off a farmer to lose his life's work. That
Oh shit, that is pretty intense.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
aliens, dude. I'm kind of in. I have no problem with just being like, yeah, that'd be fun if that was it.
But what a weird thing for an alien
aliens
to make.
to do?
Yeah, just be like, we're here. We're gonna plan a little message.
Hey, we're
for our
going to the
pals.
Etch-a-Sketch planet
Yeah,
again.
this is basically like the wet cement for aliens. They just come in, go, hey, check that out, and then leave.
Yeah.
I just watched that episode of The Office the other day where Michael comes sprinting in. And he's like, quick, wet cement. What do I do?
Yeah. No time. Yeah.
But maybe
I don't know. Yeah.
is this a boring topic? But maybe that's their numbers. Like they're trying to tell us something in math code, but that's how they formulate numbers.
I just feel like if they could get here, they'd be smarter than to be like, let's
Maybe-
cut circles in this corn.
Yeah, and hope that somebody finds it and gives a fuck.
Maybe only the worthy find it.
Oh,
Farmer Hodgett.
he's back, baby.
No one else is back. Writing a review.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fantastic. We do the plugs in the middle of the episode.
Right now, in
Smart,
fact.
you know.
I really like whenever we've switched gears, Robbie is kind of like giving a little bit of a jump, and I'm right there with you. But yeah, write a 5-star review. Let's get us into the goddamn top 200. What do you
Fuck yeah.
say? Spread this thing. We're getting great numbers every single week. There's more and more listeners, and frankly, our podcast is we're hitting our stride, I believe.
Yeah, just now. After all this time,
The beginning was clunky.
we're figuring it out. And you're figuring it out with us. You guys, if you want to support the show, consider getting a Gas Digital membership. Use the code IGP to sign up for $6 or $7 a month? I don't know what the hell it is now, Alex. You would probably know. And if I'm just going to stall until she finds out, it seems like they're conferring back and forth, and we'll probably get to it. But for now, we'll
they're
just
really-
talk about
they're really chewing on this, you know?
something
They're really
else. All right.
I
making a
believe
meal.
it's $6.99 a month. I'm gonna double check right now.
Okay, so
I mean, it's baffling that nobody that works here knows how much it
it's
costs to
crazy.
watch us. That
So
is-
anyway, get a discount using the code.
is there
IGP.
anything more Gas Digital than that?
Yeah. Sorry, our producers are on too many drugs to know math.
I saw Alex. She had 2 vape pens in her hand and just takes a hit of both of them. And I go, "Did you just hit both vape pens?" You go, "Yeah, it's like a dab when you do that."
I did say that. Yeah, it's $7 a month with the code 850 without it. So you're
Okay,
saving
so
about
nice.
15%, a little more than 15%.
Hell yeah! And then
now
you guys
we're really good at math. Now we're breaking into percents.
Yeah, you guys also get all the other shows on the network, all the videos, the archives, the hiccups we've been putting up. We got to go check those out.
Yeah.
And or you can go to Merch Bump, buy a
T-shirt,
IGP. Yeah, T-shirt, mug.
Pocket plan. What is it called?
Pocket plan?
That's not the name of it
That's-
at all. Starter kit.
That's nothing.
You don't have plans for your pockets? Every time I leave the house, I'm like, which pocket am I keeping one in?
Yeah. So just do that. Yeah. All right, and the best part, just tell some friends about the podcast. We want to keep doing it, and I love when podcasts do that. They threaten to stop. They're like, yeah, we really want to keep doing this podcast. So if you guys want us to keep doing it, I guess tell some friends. You know, like,
Yeah.
like hold them hostage. But if that's what we have to do,
Kind of the only thing we have.
I'm
so.
not, I'm not above it. So regardless, where are you going to be, Robbie?
I'm recording my album
Yeah, that's the big important thing.
Sunday, November 18th at New York Comedy Club.
November 18th?
November 18th, Sunday,
Hell yeah.
7 o'clock and 9:15, I think.
Awesome.
Fuck yeah.
That's what I did too. Those are fucking good times.
Yeah, I was at yours. It was fantastic.
Oh, thank you. Well, fucking go to that. Is there at NewYorkComedyClub.com?
At NewYorkComedyClub.com, and if you use the promo code, I hate this, it's just my first name, Robby.
That's a person who couldn't think of a code.
Please name your album that.
Robbie.
Just Robbie.
Just Robby.
In script. Yeah.
Dude, the worst thing about my actual name is Robbie, like birth certificate.
No
right? That's
shit.
my official name. Yeah, because I wouldn't be a grown up who went by Robbie if it wasn't my actual name.
I've never heard
So you're
that.
not Robert.
I'm not Robert, and there's something about Rob I just don't particularly like, so I'm just kind of stuck as being
Well,
Robbie.
that's everyone. No one likes Rob.
one likes
I mean,
Rob.
that's
Oh, I have a friend named Rob.
we all do. And we don't like
we don't
them.
like them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just stuck as a Robbie.
That's hilarious. What are you gonna name it? Do you know?
I don't know yet. I'm not sure.
Kind of bat it around afterwards.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So that's great. Yeah, guys, definitely go check Robby out. He's so goddamn funny.
Yeah.
And where are you gonna be?
This is 2 weeks. I guess Comedy Cellar Vegas, 24th through the 28th. Again, this is ridiculous, this lineup. Colin Quinn, Mike Vecchione, Chris DiStefano, Taylor Tomlinson, Mark Cohen, and myself. It's going to be a great show. You can get $25 tickets if you CC Social. That's what it is. So come out. I think we're doing 8 shows or something like that. It's going to be fucking great. And then the 3rd through the 15th, I just got told I could make it official, even though I've been talking about it on the podcast for 2 months. I'm going to the Middle East November 3rd through the 15th, doing Jordan, Bahrain, and Kuwait. If we know anybody who's out there, if we have any troop listeners, I'm not sure if we do, fucking reach out if you can, or just say hello.
Yeah,
when I'm out there.
That's gonna be sick, man.
Yeah, I did it for the show. I'm putting myself in harm's way.
Yeah, don't just limit it to the troops though. Like if there's any enemy combatants, don't cut your money in half.
Yeah. Well, I assume half of the Legion of Skanks Reddit is from over there.
So I will be in Seattle. I know we have Seattle listeners, but people have actually hit us up about being out there. I'm just going to be in town real quick on that weekend, November 9th and 10th. The 10th, I'm actually doing, I'm opening up for Joe Larson, New York City
Joe.
comedian, is recording his album out there.
In Seattle?
Yeah, at Jai Tai on November 10th. There's 2 shows, 7 and 9. And
he's from out there, so that's going to be sick.
Yeah, and he just was like, dude, he was like, if you're gonna be out there, fucking come open for the album.
Awesome.
So that'll be great. So come.
And Joe is so fucking funny.
Yeah,
he's really really great. So if you live out there, definitely go to the show.
Yeah, go to that. And then also, I think Friday I might be on. I think I'm gonna be at Laughs with Mark Normand, I believe. I don't know.
Nice.
That's kind of on the fence, but yeah. And then otherwise, our Laugh It Up date.
It's almost as if we have competing the exact same podcast.
Yeah, and it's
competing.
Fun.
We're really holding up our end of the bargain.
I was going to say. And
neck and neck.
November 24th, Laugh It Up Poughkeepsie with Mike Cannon.
Oh, yeah.
Myself,
Jesus Christ.
Brendan the Sneaky Raccoon Sagalo, and Rosebud Baker.
Hell yeah. That's going to be great.
That's a fun show.
Yeah, that'll be a
thank
great
you,
time.
Diego, for the flyer, because that was sick. I don't know if we've given him a shout out on the show, but that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell
and yeah. And go to MikeVinnyComedy.com. All right, I think that was a good... Okay, we still got time. Okay.
There's still podcasts to do.
Yeah.
Are you doing sets to like warm up for the album?
Yeah, and I've got like I'm headlining down in Side Splitters in Tampa.
Oh,
like,
nice.
I think like the weekend before, maybe 2 weekends before, so I have time to run long sets.
That's great. Have you been down there?
Yeah, I started in Tampa.
Wait, is it still there after Hurricane Michael made his way through?
Hey!
Official hurricane of the Irish Goodbye podcast.
Yeah. It actually missed that part because my dad lives down there.
Oh, no
yeah,
kidding.
I missed it.
Your dad isn't still in Machu Picchu?
Pichu? That's
what did I say?
I don't know. You just kept
impressively stupid. It's unreal.
I agree. I don't know. That was yes ending.
That's the only thing you've ever yes ended in your entire fucking
But if
life.
what if I was like, no, you're not? You'd be like, oh, you're trying to be funny for the podcast.
Thanks. No, I'd have been like, thanks. That means a lot. That actually showcases some of your friendship and support. You know.
I'll tell you what. I like the shirt.
Oh, thanks.
You guys, stop fighting. Mom, Dad.
All right, let's start the podcast. Robby, yeah, and then you. I don't know what I was going to say. I had something climbed up and it's gone. The whole thing.
Climbed up, huh?
Yeah.
Man, that would have been
We've
good.
all done that at some point during this podcast.
I have an email. I have a listener sent in an email of
Fantastic.
a story. Yeah, thank God. And if any point, Robby, if you have a story at some point, put it in here. I will.
I'll email you.
The guy told me.
This is from Robby.
Yeah.
Dude, that would actually maybe be the funniest guest of all time, to email a story ahead of time and then just not talk on the show.
And very similar first name, but they messaged us separately asking not to mention their name, so we won't. But it kind of sounds like it. So anyway. So anyway, he said, over the weekend, I'm reading this for the first time, so if it's terrible,
Do you want me to read it?
No,
I'm
no,
a better public reader.
Don't say that.
I am. It's been proven time again.
Whenever
on
I
the show.
fuck up, I'll pass it to you and back and forth. That happened.
We'll do it all the way around.
Okay.
Sure.
No, he's too good at reading.
That is true. You go third.
Yeah. That way it never makes its way back to me. Huh?
Wakes it's May. You already lost.
This sucks. Over the weekend, I went to a wedding. Okay.
Okay.
And was dressed to the nines. Ended up seeing a gal who I'd gone on a few dates
What
with.
year was this email written in?
Yeah, dressed to the nines.
Just to the nine,
see?
saw a gal.
Oh, 1936. Okay.
Saw a gal. Stop.
She had a poodle on a skirt.
Yeah. Ended up seeing a gal who I had gone on a few dates with probably 8 years ago. Since we last went out, she had become a dentist. Oh. We get to talking, then we get to dancing, and then we are back in her hotel room. As we start to hook up and the clothes start to come off for the foreplay, she starts to make small talk in the exact way you'd expect a dentist to. Removes my pants. So, when did you move to Portland? Removes the shirt. What brought you there? Removes the next item of clothes. Okay, you enjoying it so far? You go, I was trying my hardest not to laugh. We are having sex without a condom.
Yeah.
A real Irish goodbye listener. That's what I'm talking about.
Without a
Do
condom.
as I do.
Without a condom, as you'd expect with alcohol. She says she had the IUD, and as I'm about to finish,
Well, can't you feel if you're banging against an anchor up there?
I don't know.
All right,
I guess
good.
it depends how much you're working with. You know,
Well, that's true. He is a listener.
I last second decide I don't trust the IUD and pull out.
Yeah.
My pullout was not timed properly. And as I went to pull out, I didn't have, hold on. Oh shit. I didn't have any time to aim, and my jizz full speed hit her on the bottom of the chin.
Oh, no.
I say full speed because it did not.
Tiger uppercut.
Hadouken! Wow, that was crazy.
That was good.
I say full speed because it did not lose trajectory from the crotch.
Oh my God.
This prompted her to shout, "What the fuck?" I went to the bathroom to get her a towel and wash off the nether regions, and when I got back, she asked me why crotch was so wet. And what?
Wait, what?
I went to the bathroom to get her a
Instantly turned into
towel.
a Russian
Yeah.
bot.
Yeah.
Why is crotch so wet?
Now send 20,000 yen. It's like, that's not even the
my
currency.
real self is coming out.
So, yeah. I went to the bathroom to get her a towel and wash off the nether regions. When I got back, she asked me why crotch was so wet. In the moment, I felt bad saying I wanted to wipe off the germs and said, "Oh, I dried my hands off on my underwear." It didn't make sense when I said it out loud. It doesn't make sense now. It sure doesn't. Needless
No, but
to
you have
say,
to. You
we
should
haven't
wash
talked
off
since.
your dick. You should.
Yeah.
It should be the first move. You're
Yeah,
not
I
just
don't
going to be like, yeah, I didn't wash because I want to feel your gook on me all day.
Yeah. That's a weird thing. Yeah, especially, it's funny that it's a dentist too, because you could just, if you come on the chin, be like, just use it to like put in a filling or something. Yeah? Fill in a crown. Just let it get a little hard.
I don't think that's the
they
same.
They have to stand under one of those like ultraviolet lights with the cum on their
This is
chin for
what
4
Feeney's
minutes.
dentist has been telling him
Yeah.
for 20 years.
Have you guys
No, it's fine. I'm giving you a filling. It's hold on.
Yeah.
I'm mixing it up.
Yeah,
What do you think holds the crown on?
that's what I've been told. And then the bridge is when the two of them stand there.
Take it to the bridge. I don't know why, dude. Sometimes just I feel like singing.
You dirty babe.
What?
That's the next line in the song. Jesus Christ, you guys. Thank you, Alex. How's the chat?
I have a quick IUD, like a birth control related story, I guess. When I was many years ago, 2005-ish, I was traveling for a long period of time. I had a girlfriend at the time, and we were in New Zealand. And her birth control she was using was a NuvaRing. Are you familiar with that
yeah,
one?
it's got to fit around the cervix, right?
I don't really know where it goes. I just know it goes inside and then just lives there.
I do
for a
know.
month.
It fits right around the cervix, and it's supposed
It's
to
like a
give,
Snapple cap.
It dispels.
Yes, and
the
it
cum.
stays in you for 30 days, and then you throw it away and grab a new NuvaRing.
Mm-hmm.
But when it's not being used, like when you're waiting to use a NuvaRing, it's got to be refrigerated. You got like 48 hours of this thing not refrigerated for it to work. So she gets one overnight mailed to her in New Zealand at that 30-day mark. But of course, it doesn't come in time. We don't pick it up. So we're like, well, I guess we got to use condoms, right?
Oh.
But that's how I felt.
Yeah.
But we're
What's the point?
We're traveling for a long time, and we saved money for like a long time to make this happen. So we don't have money to spend on that. But in New Zealand, we go to a Planned Parenthood where they give out condoms for free.
Oh, what a country.
Yeah, pretty smart. So we walk. Also, it's
Except
not
their
like,
accents are the
you know,
biggest
like-
boner killer ever. You're like, forget it. I don't even want to fuck anymore.
100%.
There you go. Do
There
you
we go. It's the Connies.
Yeah. You gonna get in there, mate?
Is this for a sheep?
Yeah.
Also, their Planned Parenthood, you know how like there's this like level of shame in America, and you're also like scared of some evangelical like blowing it up. So
Yes.
no Planned Parenthood looks like a Planned Parenthood. It's just some empty building on a corner somewhere.
What are you laughing at?
The sheep thing, man. It's just so like stereotypical, like sheep fucking. And he was like, correct. So and it just kept going. The man's like, I'm telling a story. Let me finally doing it. But that is great. All right.
I don't know. I was accepting it as just kind of accepting facts.
Yeah.
Thanks for the yes and.
Yeah.
Learn from it.
I thought I was doing the only yes and by acknowledging and laughing, stopping the podcast dead in its tracks to give you credit for it.
So.
Oh, right. This is Planned Parenthood is on like a busy street, like a pedestrian street that there's no traffic, but it's like restaurants and whatever. Like, and so we go in, explain the situation to the guy in the back, and he's fucking very New Zealand. Oh, right, say no more, right? And need to have the sex, or yeah, I can't do accents.
No, please.
But he takes a lunch.
Do
like
it as Feeney.
He takes a brown. So I'm sorry.
Why am I that nasally? No, it's like, what? That's like, am I that whiny? I don't want to be.
So this guy takes a brown like lunch bag, like a school, like that you know as a kid, like a brown lunch, and he's got a bowl of condoms. He starts reaching his hand in and just dropping them into the filling.
Even
the
got
bag.
a bunch of Obama condoms just to make you
Yes.
feel comfy.
There's probably like at this point, there's probably like 140 condoms in this.
Wow.
He just keeps grabbing. He fills it to the brim. And then he's like, "Oh, we got these flavored lubes as well." And,
And that's free too?
Yes, they're partying over there. It's New Zealand, buddy. They like to have a good time. He throws a, and then he tries to like close it. You know, he manages to get it one tiny roll and then he hands it to me. And is off on your way. I say, "Cool."
Deal it to your weenie fools.
I wouldn't use this amount of condoms in a lifetime. Of sex, you know, there's just no way. But we're like, thanks, we're on our way. It's me and my girlfriend. We step outside and we walk outside. It's this crowded street. I take a step off the curb and just the friction of that step, the bottom of the bag just falls out. It explodes. And like a fucking Deviant Pinata. Just 160 condoms and lube just cover my feet like comedically. I'm
A
standing.
bunch of school kids come over and start picking them up.
So here's what
Yeah,
happens.
and you're like this. Ha ha! My plan's working.
New Zealanders, super polite. They immediately come over to try help me pick it up. And then they see what it is and just scurry away like I'm some fucking pervert. And my girlfriend, she kind of clocked what happened and ran.
Oh my God.
Ran.
Wow.
Like just
Just left.
That's
She
why
just
there's
left.
so few female Marines.
And then we never ended up using any of the condoms. We were just like, we're not going to use these fucking things.
Yeah,
anyway.
let's just do anal.
Well, they have those. They have those like New York City ones that are always in bars and like
Yeah.
a fishbowl, and I'm like,
have you ever-
there's nothing I've trusted less.
Have you ever tried one? I've tried one in a pinch, and it is like wearing a long sleeve shirt on your dick. You can't feel anything. It's so uncomfortable. It's the fucking worst.
I always feel like there's gonna be just people just poking holes in them like maniacs at bars. You know what I mean?
didn't
Just
even
ruining
think about
generations.
that. I couldn't. No, I think the whole point is that you can't come. Like so, that's how it protects you. You just
the
can't
holes
come.
won't make a
They're like, I
difference. You're not
dare you to
coming."
come in this.
Yeah.
It's made of fucking burlap.
If you come wearing this condom, you have bigger problems than a baby.
What's that material that the like those old heating pads used to be made of? That like rubbery kind of.
I don't know.
Or you put the ice in, and it would be like when they had it on their head, like a big lump, like in cartoon. What is that material called? Like
I don't know.
It's like a rubberish.
Like that dentist
It's
glove.
a rubber. I just don't know what it is though. Like,
Yeah.
it's like a thick rubber.
All I want to say is cellophane, and that's not it.
It's
All
the
I want to
furthest
say.
from
Yeah,
it.
it's just the
That's
only
plastic
material
wrap.
I know. Cellophane and linoleum. Did you do, because New Zealand, how old were you when you went out there?
Like 23 or something.
Did you do any drugs out there?
No, when we were in Peru, a couple of my friends did ayahuasca.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And that, like, one of them just kind of, like, they rolled off their back and they're back to normal the next day. And one of them was fucking, like, had, like, a crisis for the next month.
shit.
About, like, what am I doing with my life? I think I'm doing everything wrong. I need to change everything.
It showed him the truth.
It really did. It showed him something, you know. And whatever it was, like, he was shaken by
Yeah.
it. Like, yeah.
My friend Tim, he told this story on our show, but like the first time he did ayahuasca, he had a hallucination where he was sitting up, and he saw rats in armor crawling out of the ground and eating the meat off of his legs.
I've seen that in Washington Square Park. Just regularly. Like, that just happens.
Yeah.
Dude, my buddy went to New Zealand to study abroad.
Yeah.
And he came back, and this is like, you know, being young, brazen, and pretty stupid. You fly back with like the drugs you can buy over there that are for sure not cool here.
Yeah.
And because New Zealand's like a big pill place. They have pressed pills all over the place that have like different mixtures of whatever to give some sort of effect. So he brought back these party pills that were supposedly like part ecstasy, part coke, and like part, you know, whatever, Xanax or something like that. So basically a pill that could kill you. And he brought him back, and I remember being like, there was this bar called Bruxelles in Nyack that has been since shut down because they were serving like 9-year-olds. They didn't give a fuck. You showed it the first weekend you were home from college. You went to this bar and you just you could wear your fucking college hoodie and just immediately get in, no problem whatsoever. And, you know, it was obvious, like, people are blowing each other in the bathroom. There's an outdoor fucking patio. There's a back room dance floor where people would dance and then also get, like, tugs in the back booth and shit like that. It was just a wild scene. And so I was, like, maybe, no exaggeration, 18 to 20 beers deep this one night with my friend. And he was like, oh! I have these things. Like, it's a brilliant idea. I think we had to go back to his house for something to like walk his dog or something like that. And he goes, I have these things. And he pulls out these pills and we eat them and we continue drinking, go back to the underage bar. And I'm not even kidding, dude. I was a fire-breathing dragon the entire night. I've had 2 nights like this in my entire life where I truly, like, I flapped my wings. I was roaring at people. I was drinking and just like people were
Spitting cinnamon whiskey in people's face.
Fireball. Imagine I'm just lighting it on fire,
yeah.
actually, just spitting 151 at people's. But just like literally just a fucking dragon in this bar, and I've never felt kookier in my entire life.
What was it?
It was just what I said. It was just
a pill?
like kind of an anonymous press pill. Oh, and this is what I did with the acid, actually, which I hadn't done since I was like around 21, 22, when I had like a half a death wish. Is the girl that gave it to me goes, hey, take this, and held out a strip, and I just got it and I ate it and I go, what was that?
Yeah, so you're one of those people. Though.
Yeah.
You're a yes energy. You're
Yeah.
like, yeah, whatever. I'm like,
If somebody tells me to do it, it's probably safe.
I couldn't imagine. Like, if someone held something I didn't recognize up to me and was like, try it. I'd be like, you fucking out of your mind.
Hey, which is
I
funny
have to
because
be there when they make it.
which is funny because I'm like right down the middle, different from both of you guys. Where I'd be like, I'd have questions, I'd be
Yeah.
like, what is that? What'll it do? Who
Yeah.
else is on it? And if all of the questions checked out, I'd be like, let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Robbie's like, I need a full report breakdown of it, the chemistry of whatever's
Yeah.
in your head.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I got into a fight that night too, actually, while
Yeah,
I
I
was
could
on.
see how if you were being a dragon, someone would have a
dragons
problem.
are
Yeah,
confrontational.
Sit down, fire breather. I'll make you sit out.
I
Yeah.
wasn't speaking any rebuttals.
There's one White Walker in the corner of the bar. It's like, I fucking hate this guy.
He just goes to murder a guy dressed like the Burger King king. Like, the king will be slain by the dragon.
I just felt like I was a dragon.
I want to get these people to be at some point a sponsor of us, or just give us a free one, because I was at New York Comedy Club and Matt Richards
You want them to be a sponsor for us?
What?
They are kind of a sponsor.
Matt Richards has one of these boosted boards.
What's that?
It's like it's a long board, but
I
it
saw
has
that.
the motor
I saw
on
him
it.
almost bust his ass 4 whiskeys deep. He like puts the board down in his helmet and the whole thing, and I'm like, "There's the host HQ," and then he just like presses the button. He's like, "That was too fast."
Yeah, well, that's the thing, dude. That thing it goes forwards and backward. The acceleration on it is crazy, and
Yeah.
so I went outside New York Comedy Club, and New York Comedy Club sloped downhill, so I tried to aim uphill to go, and it just was gunning it up. But it also has a button that breaks it, because that's the worst part as a person who rarely skateboards, but also tries to do it in New York City like a crazy person. Whenever I need to stop short, that's the nightmare, because you got to run off the board and then kind of chase after it as it's going. And this thing like just stopped on a dime.
Is there anything less manly than like watching that? Just
Running
the image
after your
of you
skateboard?
just chasing
Chasing
your
after your
skateboard.
Yeah, I
down the
don't
hill?
run. I run
That
very
is
good.
exactly
I
how you
run
run.
better
And that's
than
why you
anybody in this
subscribe on
room.
Gas Digital to see Mike Feeney's fucking sprint form.
Oh, I have terrific form. I look like
Everybody
a guy.
that saw
It's
the basketball
fucking
tournament knows that you do not.
the basket. Oh God, I was fucking. You were the one that was fucking.
I don't know why
dripped
I'm
in
turning.
Sweat. Yeah.
I don't know why.
So whatever. I want one of those boards. They're great. They're so cool. It was so much fun, dude. And they go like 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's
When
too
you guys were
scary.
out in LA, were there like the bird scooters already out there?
Yeah, we have an entire episode
Yeah.
dedicated to it.
It's like an hour and a half about bird scooters.
Those things are they're like littered there. They're just
Yeah.
everywhere.
Well,
like,
they're
just
trying to
thrown
crack
about
down, which is a
on the
damn
streets.
shame.
Well, they say, because now, that's the shitty part, is they used to be littered, and it was a good thing. And of course, like, this is why restriction works, is like the freedom of things, just people are assholes. It's the guy merging into the lane. They take advantage of the birds. They're throwing them in fucking bushes.
But some
and
people-
I did this to our bike program in college, so I'm no better.
But
I'm a piece of
some
shit.
people did like creatively obnoxious things with them, like hanging them from a light pole.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or
that's
being like inside of like the bottom of a dumpster. Like
Yes.
things where it would
ton
have.
of cut wires as well, and like scraped off like the little barcode.
Yeah, or they,
my
or they
God.
just fucking, or they like, there's ones that would like just set on fire, and you're like, but your card is linked to that. I don't understand.
That's true.
Who was that for?
The clock is still running.
Yeah.
You can't even stop it.
Yeah.
I didn't even ride them when I was in San Antonio, though, because I was too scared. Like, the only place that I wanted to in L.A., especially after we rode accidentally onto, like, a 5-lane fucking
Yeah, we went
freeway.
Pacific Coast Highway.
It was ridiculous,
Yeah.
right? And so I'm just like, I love the boardwalk element of it.
Yeah.
It's perfect. You're high. You're the ocean's right there.
Yeah.
The sand. People are biking, so it's not out of
I think
the.
assumption she's like, you're high. Like that
have
was the
to-
first thing you said.
We just used them in Atlanta, and they have
Oh,
like,
they
this
have them
big
there.
like park, like almost like New York's like High Line, but like and they were great for that.
No shit.
Yeah, it was
you just drive right to the strip club.
Yeah, straight to Claremont Lounge. That's basically what we did.
Really?
Yeah. We were there for Red Clay, the festival. So it was, like,
Yeah.
a bunch of comics. It was a good.
How
time.
was
How
that?
was that? Yeah,
It
Saggy was there.
Fun. It was a good time. Yeah, Claremont Lounge is like the most ridiculous place on earth. So it's
Yeah.
so much fun.
I've
Yeah.
never been to Atlanta. I want to go.
Have you heard
really
about
bad.
Claremont Lounge though?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's real interesting now because it's still like 50% what it always like used to be, which it's legitimately like it's Roadhouse. It's the bar from Roadhouse. Like there's some guy in the corner drinking coffee, watching over
Right.
as 60-plus-year-old strippers are dancing, and
Wow.
they've been in the game much too long.
And it's intentionally that now,
Yes,
right?
But that's the thing. The other 50% is like hipster tourism. Like
yeah.
I want to go see this.
I want to
place.
see the grandmas dance.
Exactly. So it's like kind of
Gross.
half-half, but luckily the ratio is still good enough where you're like, this is still a grimy, grungy.
Yeah.
Gross,
and
fun place.
Are the drinks relatively?
Drinks are super cheap.
That's the
Like
best.
$2. You can smoke inside, so everyone just smoke. I don't
It
smoke.
weathers the strippers
I don't
more.
smoke. I don't
Yeah.
go to strip clubs, and I am just ripping darts, throwing ones. At
I like
60-year-old
Atlanta,
ladies.
Robbie. Who's this guy?
Yeah.
Claremont Lounge, Atlanta, Robbie, smoking cigarettes, just putting them out on his arm. Like, what the fuck, dude?
I was gonna say I'm the stripper,
Oh, my God.
just with everybody else.
You put it right in her throat hole. There you go.
Oh God! She's like, "Can I get a pull?"
Well, every now
Put
and
it
then,
right in
like
their throat.
every now and then, like just a good old fashioned, like 27-year-old gorgeous like stripper comes up, and then it's like someone's got to follow that. You feel
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
a comedy show where you're like, they can't follow this person.
Are you a strip club guy?
No, I don't like I don't like being fake flirted with. It makes me
Yes.
absurdly angry.
Yeah.
I hate it. Like that's why I can't do like Hooters or any of those.
You're
places.
a beat.
Yeah, where they sit down, they sit down. Hey, honey.
Yeah.
That kind of,
It's like, come on, I'll win you with my real charm.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know that this started out,
But I'm better than the other ones.
Yeah. This may have started out contrived, but it will in fact be a love story you'll remember for the rest of your life.
Oh my god, I do have friends though that pull strippers.
Yeah.
Like that is a crazy weird ability. Also not something that I've really even had the opportunity or interest in. But I have friends that are literally they'll show up to a strip club and I'm like, what like why do you go, dude? You're just like paying for an erection. My buddy Tom once actually showed up. We went to the strip club called Stilettos. It was the only full nude strip club in I think it's in Spring Valley. And so you can go there when you're 18. There's no drinking. And my friend went, I'm not going to even give his name, but he went and like got like 8 dances in a row. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude, you spent so much money. And he like
How much
gets
was a dance?
like 20 bucks.
Yeah, wow.
And so he never gave any dollars. So I guess that was what he was paying. And 8 might have been too much. It might have been whatever it was. It was a substantial amount. And he comes back finally and he's like, Jesus, that took forever. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I mean, it just took forever. I can't believe it. And I'm like, what do you mean it took forever? He's like, well, it took me a while to come. And I'm like,
Holy shit,
I'm
really?
like, what? And he's like, yeah, that's what you do at strip clubs, right? You come. Strip clubs? And we're like, no, dude, that's not what. I mean, if you can, sure, but don't
like-
set out with a mission.
But she didn't. So she wasn't like fucking him or anything. She was just
No,
grinding.
just grinding.
And he was just
Just-
like he was just trying to. And then he just
that's
came
the
in
power of an 18-year-old that lived pre-internet's
Yeah.
mind.
I mean, that's the thing.
his tight underwear and just hope that
I
there's
think he
enough
was wearing
friction.
sweats.
If I
Weird.
could come from like just that, I'd come everywhere. I bet this is what we do at pizza places, right?
Yeah.
You come. Like, yeah.
Do you want to hear something weird?
So wait, I'm still not over this. So he came in his sweatpants and then just was like, anyway, what do you guys want to do? You wanna go to the diner? Or-
I think we did go to the diner, and I ordered a chocolate milkshake.
And then he fucking snaps.
Why
his
is
sweatpants.
crotch so wet?
Yeah.
That's when you wanna make your Irish goodbye.